I feel like you're an offensive player. I feel like I'd be defensive. Like, they love karaoke. They just love being around each other. What?
Why do you think you'd be defensive? You would be a defensive player?
All my years of covering Legion of Boom. Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
Welcome,
Where
everybody.
was I this weekend? Oh, home.
Los Angeles. That's why you forgot, because you're used to being on a plane. Welcome to the Calm Down podcast. If you're wondering what this is all about, for those of you watching on YouTube or any of the clips, our gal's album came out. The Life of a Showgirl is out into the world. And if our outfits are any indication, or our crazy makeup, we could not be more proud of her. I am draped in orange Christmas lights because we are so excited and celebrating our gal's album. Tap, tap, tap. If you haven't listened, check it out. And we
do yourself a favor.
Deep dive on our pregame this week. We couldn't actually play the music, licensing reasons, but we talked about our favorite songs, why we love her so much, and just some of the highlights for us in sort of diving into this album, which we couldn't be more proud of her for her 12th album. Incredible, incredible. The Life of a Showgirl. So go check out the pregame if you haven't already. Okay.
And if you haven't noticed, we discussed this on the pregame, because of her just incredible fandom, popularity, the craze around her, you can't find a normal sized boa in orange. I got something over here, but I actually kind of do like
that's
this.
Adorable. I had to go flapper style because
then I went orange shirt.
I'm draped, cloaked in Gucci though. Steve bought me pajamas to participate because we love a theme. It's Poochie. No, I'm kidding. That's different. That's a different brand. Okay. Welcome to the big show, everybody. We're going to usually, as we do, we answer our pregame questions, but we made a little left turn this week for good reason. So let's jump into our questions. And we've got Felon Mays. Hey, as an Aussie gal who loves the NFL, what is going on? It's so unpredictable. Well, Felon Mays, we thought the same thing, which is why we did a little segment on Fox together, which we were so excited about.
Don't know if you could see it.
Yeah, the lights went out. Not in Georgia, but on us in Studio A. We think the same thing. And in fact, what the idea of the segment was to talk about, there are all these reality shows, Real Housewives, all these things that are just drama, drama, drama. The best drama, in our opinion, is the NFL, because to your point, it is completely unpredictable. We are headed into week 6 as we jump on this podcast. And yeah, you don't know what's going to happen. Baltimore Ravens, one of the favorites in the AFC or in the league, and they're sitting there at 1-4. You don't know. I mean, all the injuries. Joe Burrow goes down. Cincinnati, the question marks with them. Like the Eagles lose their first game in almost a year. There's just Baker Mayfield continue, and the Bucks continue to pull out victories. Like there's just drama, drama, drama. And I love all of it.
Daniel Jones continuing to
the toast of Indiana.
It up.
We'll
see how Jackson Dart does this week. Anywho, yeah, we love it. It's great.
Okay, we'll see how Jackson Dart does. I've got their game on Thursday in in New York. I got Giants Eagles. So Felon Mays, tune in. More drama in the Big Apple.
All right. Michelle Ward, 6543. What era are you showgirls in?
I like this question.
I like it too. What are you in?
I am in my, I will reference my album here to give you an idea of a few of my eras that I'm in, but I'm definitely in my Fate of Ophelia and Opalite era, because I am madly in love with Steve. And when I thought that love just was always going to be something negative and terrible, and most people were like, oh my God, just get married, do all these things. And I was like, when you go through all that trauma, you're like, oh God, I don't want to do it again. But I'm so glad that I did, because like my gal Taylor here, our gal, she found love with Travis and is the happiest she says she's ever been. And I feel the same way with Steve. So I'm in my Fate of Ophelia, Opalite wish list era.
I love
with
it.
A side of canceled.
I have a couple of sides. I like the wish list era because my husband is hysterical. I mean, we are, trying to have a block. We're working on it. Let's have a little bit of help here from the universe. But I think we'll have a driveway with the basketball hoop. But I feel this way too. I love like trying to have babies with him and hope we're able to have more. And yeah, so wish list era.
Love that.
I will always love Life of a Showgirl. I always grew up dancing. I love performances. I love shows. There's something, and I remember saying this even when her tour came to an end. I was saying on our podcast how all the dancers were just posting the most amazing things about her. And I love that so much. I got that from my sister who dances, and just, she would talk about artists that would really take care of her dancers, their dancers. And I remember my sister telling stories about when Celine was on tour and how dancers just didn't want to get hurt or not be able to do the show because they loved her so much. And it was such a magical experience. And I can only imagine what it was like being a part of the Eras tour with Taylor. So I love that as well.
Beautiful.
I'm a whole lot of father figure. I just find so much passion and belief behind a lot of these lyrics. I find it to be a real religious experience right now. So yeah, I love it. And I think I saw somebody say this about her. It was somebody that I follow on Instagram, that this seems like an album that the more you listen to it and the more you become familiar to it, it's just going to be like, yes. Even though I feel that way now, but it's just, so I guess somebody said, when I first heard Cruel Summer, they were like, oh yeah, this is a banger. But then you like see all of it. You see the video behind it. Like last night we watched the video of Fate of Ophelia, and I just love her doing the dancing and the falling and then the football. Good job with that football girl.
Yeah. I like the behind the scenes on making it too. They were like, would you like to catch the ball in your left hand or your right hand? She goes, well, considering I've never caught a football, I have no preference. She's just cute. So cute. All right. Next one is, but great question on that. Yeah. Next question is, Basigal, how's Lolly?
Love this question.
Thank you. My sweet angel Lolly. I was lucky enough to have a home game like Erin had this week. I had one last week with the Rams. So I got to go see my Lolly Schmolly. And it's honestly, it's a good lesson for me that I want everything to be better now. And I'm like, oh, but why? It's been a couple of months. Like, doesn't she want to like come and snuggle with me? This is her timeline. Who knows how much trauma she had before. And I've had Daisy for 7 years as she enters the frame or behind me over here. And she was badly abused. And it took Daisy a long time to get, okay and familiar and let me get close to her. So it's Lolly's timeline. We are being very patient. We are continuing to just do everything that we can to make sure that she feels loved and safe. And but I'm really excited because Tony has shown me plans to build her a bigger area so she doesn't have to be in that garage where she is right now. And the only reason she's in there is because we were afraid that she was going to run away. But it's time for her to move into a bigger space. And my girl's about to get a penthouse. She is going to have so much room, and she's going to be next to the pig and the sheep and everything like that. So, it's just her timeline, but we're doing everything we can to make sure that she just feels loved. And more than anything, that I know she feels safer because like whenever I'm around, she'll come and she'll sit on the fence line with me. And like that to me it's a small little nod, but it makes me feel like we're doing the right thing. So thank you for
asking. She let you touch her and stuff? I haven't talked to you about this in a while.
No, she still doesn't let us touch her, but I think her way of showing like, it's okay. Like, in due time, she just keeps getting closer to the fence line. And then like, even when we open like the gate, I'm like, girl can run out. She doesn't. So I just keep taking that as clues that she is happy there. She's just wants to move at her pace, which is fine by me. So thank you for asking, Pascal. Next.
Okay, Christina, how do you guys hear each other when doing the show from the sideline or field? It's so loud. What do you think she's asking here?
It's a question Steve asks. It's a question Steve asks all the time because it's so loud. We have IFBs in our ear, 2 IFBs. So in studio, I only wear 1, but whenever we're on the field, I always wear 2. And you hear the announcers. So Erin will always hear Kevin and Tom or her producer. I'll let you speak for yourself. But yeah, it's because they're noise canceling is pretty much what they are. You know,
it's like
so
we have to get a whole thing with our ear. You don't just put like a little earbud. It's an ear mold. And then so it cancels out like the loud music, the fans, all of that. And so I know I worry about my hearing a lot. But yeah, and then I only wear sometimes when it's super loud, I'll try to wear both. But I also need to listen what's going on the field. So I have program. And then I have the sound from the field, which I'm smiling because the other night, Fox is so fantastic. They, on Friday night, we were in town doing the Chargers game and the baseball guys were in town because it's the baseball playoffs. And our bosses are amazing and they put together a big dinner and we all go out to dinner together. Sorry, my husband was talking about my dog at the vet. He just texted. And I lost my train of thought.
Give us an update.
But this is kind of like what I was something about Howie and shots. But anyways, what was I going to say? I was at the dinner table. I was having a conversation. I heard somebody said, and I said, no. And Derek Jeter was across the way and he heard me and he goes, EA, you can hear like 3 conversations at once.
You can, though.
Why do you think I'm so good at my job? And I was like, what you don't want to do is go to a restaurant with me because I'll figure out what the couple's talking about next to me.
Oh, my girl. And I know when she's not, all of a sudden she's tuned out for me. And I'm like, it's okay. I know what she's doing. And in a second, she's going to give me a whole recap on what she's hearing over there. Yep. You're better than anyone else.
The
family. A good thing I like my friends. Okay. Oh, sorry, my phone went dark here.
Don't go dark, Londa.
All right. Londa's back, everybody. Let's see.
Londa in the red in the group picture. How great was that picture, by the way?
I know. We'll talk about that in a minute because
Ryan, write that down, please.
We had the opportunity to be in the studio together this week, along with the roster of all rosters. So next question is Donza 3. How long did it take for Steve and Jarrett not to be starstruck by you? Well, Donza 3, that is very, very sweet to think that you would ever assume that they would be starstruck by us. On the contrary, I am, as you can tell from, how could you not be starstruck by this look right here on a Monday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Who says hooligan?
I don't know. Is that appropriate?
No, I actually, that's sweet that you would think they would. I don't know. I don't want to speak for Jarrett. Steve is definitely not starstruck by anything in life. And that's what makes him so great. Steve is just, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe him. He is definitely, he loves Derek Jeter, actually. I think might be the only person he's starstruck by. He like him and Michael Jordan. But Steve's just like cool. He's like, yeah, like totally respectful. Like even when we met Taylor, right? Like totally respectful. But like me, I'm like, like I couldn't even talk. And he's like, what's up, girl? Like just like normal and chill and just
same.
Like
which is probably like why she likes hanging out with them more than I. She does love them a lot. And I actually really appreciate that. Because vice versa. We love Trav.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care. That's like, it's like the question about them coming to our games and like, they're busy. They have no interest in seeing us. Bye.
None. No.
Yeah.
Next.
Okay. Anonymous. Best friend's brother and I are kind of talking. Ooh. Is this an issue? I need more background. Why would it be an issue? Who would it be an issue for?
These are all good questions, but I love this idea. I mean, like if you had a brother, let's say Steve was your brother, which basically he is because you call him more than me. Imagine if Steve was your brother and then like I met Steve and like we're actually family. I mean, we already feel like we're family anyways. Like what? That's like the dream scenario where have you seen these stories where it's like the twins like end up marrying the other twin, like from the other family. And it's like, they're all together, like not in an incestual way. That'd be weird. But like they're actually like family. And it's just like, I love that. I think it's fantastic. However, the caveat is always if it goes south, now we have to defriend and it could get messy. So you just got to like, there's more questions that need to be asked here, but just on a surface level, go for it. Yeah. No?
That has to be a really, really good friend though, because you know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, your friend needs to be privy to this. You can't be behind your
Yeah.
back talking to the brother, because if this is your best friend, I mean, we can't be hiding things from them. Like, that's not like, it's your brother. It's the best friend's brother. You can't be sneaking over.
Sneaky Sneakersons?
No, not sneaky sneakerson. Okay, you guys, we got a big show coming up.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we did things a little out of order this week, and rightfully so, because the Gals album came out. So we pivoted and did our pregame all about our quick sort of review in the 10 minutes we could of the life of a showgirl. So now, even dressed in these incredible outfits we're in, we're going to talk about the week that was, which we always appreciate you guys care enough about. So Week 5 of the NFL season. Oh, we got the light coming in. Shine bright like a diamond. It's that time of day for my gal. While she fixes her lighting setup. Week 5 of the NFL season is going to be in the books tonight, actually, with Taylor Swift's boyfriend playing on Monday night against the Jacksonville. Oh, yes, it is her fiance. You're right. How quickly I forget. I mean, there's just so many things happening that we have to celebrate, which is why I have the champagne out. Also, happy birthday, Trav. It was Travis's birthday the other day.
Woo, big Trav.
Week 5 will be in the books tonight after the Jags-Chiefs game. But as we head into week 6...
Actually, I think Taylor's on Jimmy Fallon tonight.
She is on Jimmy Fallon tonight.
Cute.
Yes. Adorable. Can't wait to watch that. We love Jimmy Fallon, and he was nice enough to have us on talking about those cuties. So as we enter week 6, I guess let's recap week 5 real quick. I was in LA. As I mentioned, I had a home game. What a game. The San Francisco 49ers just tormented with injuries this year.
Wild.
Okay. They got Ricky Pearsall. They had Juwan Jennings. They had George Kittle out. They had Nick Bosa out. They had Brock Purdy out. Mac Jones comes in. Mac Jones came in. This was flinging the ball. 44, I think he was 44 pass attempts, whatever he had. Over 340 yards, 2 touchdowns. This guy was so banged up. He could barely get up half the time. But what an incredible performance by the San Francisco 49ers, and same by the by the Los Angeles Rams. It was a back and forth game. So exciting. Came down to the very end. Classy Sean McVay came up to the podium at the end of the game and was like, it was the wrong call, went for it on 4th and 1, should have ran a different play. You have 9 there, so you're going to go for it every single time, but he was just saying he should have had a different play call. Anyways, a fantastic game. I mean, it's another reason why that division is the best division right now in football. The Rams are fine, but the fact that the Niners won that game being so banged up on both sides of the ball is a testament to them and Kyle Shanahan and his ability to pivot. What? So, yeah, it was a very good game. The fact that was week 5, I was like, this is a playoff game on the best day. The NFL
didn't end in a tie.
Didn't end in a tie.
How about Rye just wrote Mac Jones, 49 pass attempts, 342 passing yards, 2 TDs, 0 interceptions, getting his arm worked on, eating the banana, pants are falling off.
Yeah.
My pets' heads are falling off.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yep. I think of that 49 pass attempts, I want to say he was 34 for 49, whatever it was. It was an incredible performance by him. And then Brock Purdy's supposed to be back. George Kittle's able to come back 33. Thank you, Rye, for 49. But yeah, it was a great game. You also had a home game, my gal. Commanders, Chargers.
Yeah.
Go.
Commanders, Chargers, both teams coming off a loss. First of all, started the week, sat down with Keenan Allen and Derwin James.
Great.
The best.
It was so good. What a great feature. You bring the best out of these guys, but those two are fantastic.
Knock it off.
You knock it off.
Thank you.
You always bring the best out of these guys, but they are so fun, those two. And back with the Chargers, both of them.
Keenan back with the Chargers after being with Chicago for a year. Wow, Derwin James, I had actually gotten a chance to interview him a couple years ago. He has become kind of like what Levante David is for the Bucs. They have this whole thing with the Bucs. He is this is him, or it's him, or what they want their player to look like, poster child. Yep. Even Jim Harbaugh said to us on our conference call that, if a player's like, hey, coach, can I wear a hoodie? He's like, is Derwin wearing it? Is Derwin doing this? Is Derwin? It's like he is the poster child for the Chargers, and what a good dude. And can I give a shout out to him? Walked around our entire set from our feature and shook everybody's hand. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Just, I dig dudes like that. Like, what a great guy. Just a sweetheart.
Incredible. That says so much about who somebody is.
Totally. And they became good friends. Interesting because Keenan's offense, Derwin is defense. And it's not often two guys that are on different sides, opposite sides of the field, you know, hang. Locker mates, they sit by each other in the locker room and they love to hang on and off the field. And after I was sitting there with them, I said, you know what? You're the Erin Andrews and Charissa Thompson of the NFL. I just gotta say, because I feel like you're an offensive player. I feel like I'd be defensive. Like they love karaoke. They just love being around each other. What?
Why do you think you'd be defensive? You would be a defensive player?
All my years of covering Legion of Boom, I just wanted to be either like Bobby or Cam or freaking Sherm. And I was like, if I come back, I want to be like Legion of Boom. And I feel like you'd be like a sassy McSasserson wide receiver. Like, I feel like you'd be Dion.
This is such a fun insight. We've never talked about this.
Well, life of a showgirl, life of an NFL player, you know?
Good thing I like my friend. Oh, sorry, Willie. Cancer.
What do you think you would be? What do you think your personality...
Well, if you can tell anything, well, my favorite song on this album is Canceled. So I think we all know where I stand with that. You know, I like to ruffle a little of feathers and I don't do it intentionally. I just like to be authentic and that doesn't sit well with a lot of people. So if you're in trouble, come sit with me because I'm okay with living on the edge. Living on the edge. Aerosmith.
So you're third in Charissa.
I am third in Charissa.
Third in Keenan.
I'm third in Keenan. I'm okay with, I'm the Sean Payton of the NFL. Like, let's fucking go for two. And when he went for two, everyone's like, what? In that game against the Eagles, that's a ballsy play call to go for a 2-point conversion because you know what you're saying is, we're going to win this fucking game and we're going to convert here. So it was like, ooh, but I like it. I like people like that because it doesn't, again, you're not liked by everybody, but at least you are authentic. And I have always talked about, I like authentic people and that you're going to live on one side or the other. And that's not always like comfortable, but I'm okay with it. So I just love that you'd play defense. I would not have said that about you. I would have definitely said quarterback because, and I say this in the best way, you need to be in control and the ball needs to be in your hands. So then that way you don't have anyone else to blame but yourself because you're the first. Really?
I definitely think I would be Bobby Wagner and I want to get the calls out. I got to get the calls out on defense and I'll go help protect the house.
You're Mike. You're the Mike linebacker.
Yep. I also think I'd be Kyle. People doubt me, but I'll come
Hamilton?
back and freaking Kyle Shanahan. You said you're Sean. Okay. I'll be Kyle Shanahan because people count you out and then I'll freaking punch you in the face. Not literally, but And then my halftime and post game interview are hilarious because I could do a little jab like Kyle. That's why I like.
This is great. Wow, this is a fun segment.
Did you see what Ryan put?
Ryan,
yeah, go.
Ryan just added the quote that Sean Payton said on Going for Two. We came here to win a game. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to live and die by my decision. And guess what? It might not always be the right decision because that's how this thing works. But I'm going to come here. We play to win the game. So yeah, cute. Okay, so week 5 was great for both of us. Now week 6, I am headed to New York. I leave on Wednesday to both teams lost. The Giants and the Eagles come into this one with a loss. Jackson
Same with
Dart,
mine. I have Rams at Ravens. Both teams lost.
There you go. Whoa. So Giants, Jackson Dart took ownership of his, it's his second start in this league. A lot of turnovers, but Saints pick up their first win of the season. So now it's time to regroup, find out who you are. We get it. The Eagles is so interesting. On our production call this morning, we were just talking about.
Ooh, do tell.
It's just that thing, we talked about it on the Sunday show, right? Where we didn't think what A.J. Brown said is a big deal. The dude wants the ball. He's had one touchdown this year.
What did your guys say about it?
They said the same thing. Your Sherm, Tony, all of those guys. You're okay. It's okay. Do we have curtain? We could draw a curtain on this? No. Life of a showgirl, the curtain never goes down until the show's over, Let that line shine right on you, like a little halo, an angel that you are.
Okay.
No,
I want to hear what the boy said.
So the whole, for anyone that doesn't know, whatever, the whole conversation was about AJ Brown was, says he wants the football. He's a wide receiver who is very, very talented and
good. You should.
Yeah, he wants the ball. Got it. So yesterday they were more pass heavy, and then Saquon Barkley only gets 6 carries, and then you know what this media world does? Oh, Saquon Barkley needs to carry the ball more. The reality is this, okay? They'll figure it out. Okay, yeah. It is only week 6. So whether
this happened last year.
But the question is, is their offense a concern? Jalen Hurts is on his 6th offensive coordinator. They're constantly changing all these different things. You know what? I don't get involved in any of that. Okay. You know what I get involved in? Wins. If you win, let's keep it moving. Do you know how hard it is to have an undefeated season? It hasn't happened since the 1972 Dolphins. Well, actually, it happened with the Patriots, end up losing the Super Bowl. We get it. But in terms of being undefeated, the 72 Dolphins and whatever year that was for the Patriots headed into the Super Bowl, it's it doesn't happen very often. You're going to lose football games. I actually think the Rams right now are the best team in the NFC, and they've lost 2 games on a blocked field goal and then a decision on the goal line. It's a long season. Yeah. I hate to do you know what it is, though? Everyone just needs something to talk about. And I get it. We are part of the media. That's fine. But you and I, aside from being so outlandish in our costumes, we are very level-headed with this. And we are understanding that
I think so.
If there are mistakes, people will correct it. These are professionals. And also, too, people are oh, it was the Giants lost to the Saints. Did I just miss the fact that the Saints aren't in the NFL? This is an NFL organization. These are professionals. So I don't care if you think that there's 32nd, team out of the 32 and they're the worst team in the league. They're still an NFL team. And on any given Sunday,
the Bills lost to the Patriots.
The Bills lost to the Patriots. This is why we love the NFL. There's parity.
So good.
If it was a foregone conclusion that every team was going to win a game, then why the hell do we watch? We watch because each game matters. So I love the NFL. I'm excited about my game. I love going to New York. I love an NFC East matchup. That NFC East gets interesting, and let's give our flowers to Dak Prescott playing good football. Dude's balling. I don't like saying balling, but I did in this case because I'm wearing this outfit. But yeah.
I'll say, despite everything that's gone on with the Giants, doing a game at night at MetLife is fun. It's just fun.
Sure.
We don't get to do night games. We did when we used to do Thursday night football.
Dexy. I say Rexy?
It's just, sexy
you
Dexy. Or sexy Rexy, Gator, Bears. But yeah, so fun. I love it. I can't wait to watch you. It makes my night. I got a big Thursday night, though. I'm not going to get to watch your second half. Shoot skis.
Why?
Big night. We're going to Sesame Street Live.
Woo!
My kid is going to throttle with excitement. I know it. Yesterday was really cool. We both Jarrett and I came home at the same time. Jarrett came to the Chargers game and brought his buddy. And then obviously we got home together at the same time. And he hadn't seen us all day. I left early, obviously, to come be with you in the studio. Let's talk about that in a minute. And then Jarrett left in the morning to go to the Chargers game. We walked in together and he was
crazy also. I just need to get
right now.
Well, just
No, you don't. You look fantastic.
Look at this. I have Christmas. I have
You're
Halloween.
You're a Gucci showgirl with your diamonds on. You look like Elizabeth Taylor. Shush. I'm going to look crazy at Sesame Street Live when I get a Cookie Monster head. So anyways, my kid was just Mommy, Daddy. So we're taking him to Sesame Street Live. I actually went to that when I was a kid. My parents took us, I think in Texas or something, or maybe Florida. He's going to be so excited. It's going to be amazing.
Cute.
But yeah, that's my Thursday, but I'll be checking in with you to see how you're doing. I feel like I am a part of your crew and I live through your crew, so I always have to know what's going on. But speaking of crews, we have just the best one, and don't make me cry. I'm so grateful and love them so much. And one of the coolest things that Fox does is bring us all together. And they did that again this weekend. And that photo meant so much. Bill sent it in the middle of our game. And it was just my God.
What Erin's referring to is at Fox, it's October. It's the best month in sports. You've got baseball playoffs. You've got football. You've got hockey starting. You've got the NBA starting. It is the convergence of every major sport at the same time. And it is so great. So the MLB guys, which is Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, Big Papi, Dontrell Willis was there. You've got Matt Vasgersian filling in. Kirk by the way, Kevin Burkhardt, I cannot say
Baller.
enough great things about. Do you guys understand how hard it is?
No.
Like to cover multiple sports and then to be the face of multiple sports. And it's like Joe Davis does it too, calling games
Yes.
and then goes over to
Yes.
football. Like I just have the utmost respect for guys that are able to do that. So anyways, baseball guys in studio at the same time with the NFL guys. And there was a moment, and there's pictures, Lily, the photographer that we have, who I just adore. Her and I actually used to work together way back in the day, HR, and she was in marketing. And she's a very talented photographer and so sweet. Like these are just the things that like, I know we talk about how much we love Fox, but it's not lost on us. Like having a photographer on set to capture these fun moments, like my younger self, when I got that picture, I was like, are you kidding me? Like I'm standing here with these living legends that it's never lost on me how special it is that we work at a place that has the convergence of the two things, but then also to your previous point, understands that. Like, hey, all y'all are going to stand here and take a picture because it's just, sort of those snapshots of life. So yes, it was a great Sunday. October and at Fox is just the best. So, and I got
Did
to
you
be with
send it to your dad?
No, my parents are so busy right now. Okay, so the Mariners won last night. So anybody that is from Seattle will appreciate this. The series is tied at 1-1 in the ALDS against the Detroit Tigers. I was flipping back and forth between Sunday Night Football and the Mariners game. And my mom is the biggest diehard Mariners fan. My parents are in Italy right now. They're so busy. They're in Venice. Steve and I talked about this. We have no inheritance left. Steve's parents are in Egypt. My parents are in Italy. I went to go text them. It's 4:30 in the morning.
So
I'm like, I know they're so busy. My mom woke up this morning and then sent me all these pictures of her on the Venice canals with my dad. And I was like, go Mariners. She was like, I know, I stayed up till 2:30 in the morning watching the game. And I'm like, but you didn't text me.
Oh my God.
Anyways, they're adorable. They're so busy. Speaking of my hometown, real quick shout out to Inglemoor High School, Black and Gold. We are number one. I wasn't a cheerleader in high school, but I was so happy to be back at my 25-year high school reunion. Cool. This is not what I was wearing, but I wish that I was now that I have this on. I just got to tell you, I don't know, everybody has different high school experiences, and I know for some people it was horrible. Mine was fantastic. A lot of friends that I have now are still my high school friends. And we just laughed and laughed and laughed. Getting back together is the best part about friendships at this age, and I know you feel this way, is a lot of time can pass and you can feel like no time has passed at all. And it's just picking up right where you left off. And it's like funny stories. And then, so a lot of people I've still seen, but then there was a bunch of people that I hadn't seen since I literally graduated from high school. And it was so nice to just catch up on their lives and figure, just like what they've been doing. So yeah, I really appreciate it. And it's also a lot of effort to everybody that put that on. I don't want to organize that. I don't even want to organize a dinner, let alone a high school reunion. It was a bunch of wonderful people who took the initiative, and it was a group of them. And I was like, this is so me. You'll appreciate this. They're all standing up there, letting everyone know what the different activities, because all of them the activities went on all weekend. I could only go for one night because I had to come back for work. And they're like, all right, there's going to be a family day tomorrow at Rhododendron Park and all these different things. Meanwhile, people are talking in the back. I walked up there. I grabbed the microphone. I said, everyone's going to listen to me. And I started banging on the thing. I go,
careful with those.
I say, you guys listen up. Everyone up here has worked really hard to organize this and listen up. And I just get so mad at people not having respect for the fact that, you know how much work it goes? How did these tablecloths get here? How did the drinks get here? How did all of these things happen? It doesn't just show up. So anyways, I appreciate Inglemoor High School, class of 2000. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good. Out here in life, just enjoying our Gatorade and champagne.
Did you win an award?
Oh, I won a major award. Yes. Thank you so much to the committee for voting me number one in the most animals. I was like, this is a funny award because if anyone has more animals than me, then we need to talk. That means that you own, I don't know, a farm much bigger than mine. But yeah, it was very cute. It was very cute. There was different awards like who traveled the farthest, who's still the most eligible bachelor, bachelorette, cute things. But yeah, I had a great time. So I encourage anyone to go back to their high school reunion because it's the same way that I go back to Cheesecake Factory and I still sit at the bar. And I think it's important to go back to any place you've either worked or you've been or your childhood house growing up, and it gives you perspective. Because as the world gets bigger and we get to do all these great things or be on set with the living legends, you have to remember that it starts somewhere in a cul-de-sac with a basketball hoop. So if you don't appreciate that, then shame on you. Anyways, love you. You got a big week. You're headed to Baltimore?
I'm headed to Baltimore.
Okay.
I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to take time and go to my physical therapist to
Yes,
get
you
my
are.
back and my hips worked on. I'm going to call my therapist.
Yes.
I am going to do a bunch of things. I'm going to dive more into this Showgirl album. I'm going to go in the pool with my kid.
Good. Well, we're going to let you get to all of those things. And before we go, it's just worth noting one more time, as a girl that is a woman, let me rephrase that, as a woman who is a global superstar and has achieved so much, she also reminds us that no matter how big you get in life, it really boils down to a few things: being loved, loving, being kind, and karma is a motherfucking bitch. So,
And fighting for what you believe in.
life of a showgirl and everything in between. Love you guys. Thank you for...
Love you. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.